It's the grandson of Right Thought. So if you can't change anybody's thoughts and feelings about you, why are you trying to do it? See, because it's your energy you're using when you do that, not anyone else's. You're using your energy to try to convince other people to think and feel a certain way about you when you can't control that at all anyway. So that would be called you wasting your energy, right? And whose fault is it for wasting that energy that's been wasted? Your own, right? And when the energy is wasted, you become depleted and frustrated. You're not your best self. You become short with people. You become irritated, aggravated. And it's because you lack energy. And why do you lack the energy? Because you're using it trying to convince other people to feel a certain way about you and to think a certain way about you. What do you think the 3D is all about? What do you think all of this social media? Why do you think people get surgery? Cosmetic surgery, changing themselves in the 3D. Why do you think women wear so much makeup? Why do you think people go through all of this strenuous pain and crazy shit they go through to present themselves in the 3D a certain way? Is it not so that you will feel a certain way and think a certain way about them? You see how much energy that took? Now, my question to you is all that energy it took to produce those results so that you'll think and feel a certain way about that person, will it change? That image that they've put up? Will it decay? Will it falter? Will it weaken? Will it become old and ugly and saggy and weak? Yes. So what was the purpose and putting all that energy into that vanity when it was all vanity in the end? Why didn't you put your energy into things that are incorruptible? Things that cannot corrupt and grow old or change or weaken in strength or in value. And what are those things? Your kindness, your patience, your forgiving, you're not judging, you're being humble, self-control, peace, joy, things that are pure, things that are of a good report, things that are just and balanced scales, mutually beneficial, seeking not your own. If you pour your energy into those things, those qualities are incorruptible. Doesn't matter how old you are. Those qualities never depreciate in value. You understand that? So why not pour all of your energy into those things today instead of the things that are of no value to you? People don't understand this in relationships. If you just calm down and realize your wife that you're with, brother, listen to me. You can't dictate how she feels and thinks of you. That is her choice. Don't you realize that? You are what you are. You have to be who you are. And if that is the woman that's supposed to be with you, she will be greatly attracted to your natural self. You won't have to put on, you won't have to exaggerate, you won't have to fake it. None of that shit. The type of woman for you will come for you if you're being your true self. I'll give you an example. You see a bird, a peacock. The peacock just is who he is. Abba created him the way that he did. He looks the way that he looks. He didn't have to fashion himself. He didn't have to add or take away from himself. He just is a peacock. When the female peacock sees him, she's attracted to him by nature. She doesn't see a dog and get attracted to him. She doesn't see a cardinal and get attracted to him. She doesn't see a turkey and get attracted. When she sees that male peacock, that's when she's attracted. So what kind of bird are you today? Are you a crow? And instead of going, oh, you're walking around here going, tweet, 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 thinking you're a cardinal or a sparrow. Are you really an owl, a night owl? But you're really trying to play it off like you're a penguin? So your night owl wife will never find you because she's looking for a damn night owl. She's not looking for a fucking penguin sitting up there on a branch. And you wonder why she gets repulsed by your ass. Because you're trying to make her like you, nigga. She's going to like what she likes. She's going to look at you and decide if what your qualities are into her liking. And then she will decide for herself whether she wants to give you her affections or attention or whatever it is, her time, whatever it is. She decides that. There's nothing you can do to convince her of it or not. When you start doing that, that's when you start lying, and that's when the house will fall. Yeah, you might have her for a night off of that trick you pulled, but you won't have her for life. It will become corrupted. It will not be incorruptible, the relationship, because you're not pouring incorrupted things in there. Uncorrupted things in there. Like kindness, patience, truth, love. Those things do not corrupt. They don't age. They don't change. They are forever the same, and their power remains potent. It never lacks. Kindness 5,000 years ago has the same potency as it has right now. And y'all are chasing after other shit in this world? How stupid must you be? How sottish must you be to chase after things that are temporal instead of things that are infinite and eternal? How stupid are you? Why not listen to wisdom today that crieth and uttereth her voice in the streets and says, come home, my children, back to the things that are incorruptible, the things that are eternal, the things that are forever. No, I want to give all that up for immediate gratification right now. The things that are temporal. Did not Esau do the same thing? And what was the end of him? He gave his birthright up for immediate gratification that was temporary. Because after he ate that pottage that he sold his birthright for, he got hungry again. So your birthright that was yours forever, eternal, you sold it for something that was temporary. Now, Israel, are you going to be like Esau, who gave up his birthright for a bowl of pottage? Are you going to do the same thing? Give up your birthright for a so-called security? Let them put that needle in your veins and infiltrate your vessel that way and alter your universe like that, alter your world. Or you're going to be you today. Judah, you are a lion's whelp, rising up from the prey. Like an old lion, who shall rouse him up? His hand shall be in the neck of his enemies. Are you going to be Judah today, or are you going to still be a nigga? You're going to still be a Negro. You're going to still be black. You're going to still be an African American. You're going to still be colored. everything other than that lion that you were created to be on this earth. To be Yah's praise, to show forth his praises in this earth. That's what your name means. You're not walking in your identity. And you're trying to convince everybody else to love you when you're not walking in your truth. You're the creation of the potter, looking at the potter saying, what have you made? I'm this. You can't tell me what I am. What pride must you have, creature, to feel that way about your creator? You didn't fucking know nothing when you got here. You don't even know how the fuck you got here. What kind of pride you have? 9 months in your mother's womb. You don't know how the fuck you got in your mother's womb. And you want to sit here right now and tell everybody and tell God who you are, instead of let God reveal to you what he created. You're all running around here wondering why you're desolate, wondering why you're misunderstood, wondering why you're rejected, wondering why you're hated, wondering why you're not understood by anybody else around you, wondering why you can't find peace, you can't find joy, you can't last in relationships, you find yourself losing yourself. I keep trying to tell you guys this. It's because you're not being your truth. So anything not built on truth will fall. Is that not an easy thing to understand? Put some square tires on your car and see how that bitch roll. Put some triangle tires on your car and see how that bitch roll down the street, nigga. No! You have to put round tires on your car. That's just the truth. So why fight against it and put some square tires on your shit? Your ass think you sweet riding around with some rhombus reels on your shit. And you're wondering why the ride is bumpy as fuck. You look stupid as hell. Your shit falling apart. Your car's raggedy as fuck now. And you can't figure out why. Your ass got rectangle tires on. How stupid are you? That's your fault. Not anyone else's. Put the right shit on your car. Put the true shit on there. Then you'll roll smoothly and easily. Well, I wanted to be like this. Well, go ahead and put your own will there then, instead of the will that Abba set forth, that it must roll. But okay, you put your own will and see how bumpy the ride gonna be, stupid ass nigga. Your ass stupid. You're not submitting to the will of God. Yahusha, the master who you all say you worship, did he submit to the will of God? Or did he say, my will must be done? Or did he say, nevertheless, Abba, not my will, but your will? And you all say you worship this man? You all say you follow him. You all say you accept him as your Lord and Savior, but you're not giving up your will. You are hypocrites. All of you are hypocrites. You are faking it. And we will separate you from the wheat. And you will die in fire. Because we are sick and tired of growing amongst tares that say they follow and do not. That say they are Jews and are not, but are the synagogue of Satan. No more of this today. So for you wheat, don't try to convince the tares of your wheatness, your fruitfulness. Don't try to commit a wheat. Don't try to convince a weed of being wheat. Be who you are and separate yourself from them. All you need to do is show him that he's a weed. That's it. Hey, who do you think you are? Weed or something? Well, who do you think you are? A weed? Because you're sure looking like one. And I must be looking like wheat for you to accuse me of trying to be wheat. I must look like it. You stupid ass nigga. How stupid are you? You don't know how to play fucking chess, nigga. You think you do, slamming pieces around on a chessboard, losing them bitches every time I move, and you can't understand why. Because we move in wisdom, soundness of mind, body, and soul. We move in truth, light, where there is no darkness, so I can't trip and fall. That's simple. That's simple. I shall lose none of my chess pieces on my board. All the Father has given me, I shall lose none of them. For they are his, and he shall lose none of them. Nobody can pluck them out of his hand. So why are you trying to convince other people? Why are you trying to show other people you're a good person when no man is good? The Father in heaven is good. So the good that you see in somebody is Abba. It's not them. So that means Abba has been made manifest in that person. The temple not made with hands. His personal temple he built. You. And you're trying to convince everybody else of being good. Yeah, look at me. I'm a good person. Look at me. I'm smart, aren't I? If you were smart, you wouldn't have to ask if you were, nigga. If you were wise, you wouldn't have to try to convince everybody else that you were wise. You just be wise. And if people said you weren't, you wouldn't give a fuck because you would know those were lies. See? So you just wouldn't even react to it. You wouldn't even get mad. You wouldn't get frustrated. You wouldn't take it personal. You wouldn't do any of that shit. You just keep on rolling smooth with a blank ass look on your face because those are just lies. I know I am. So I don't need you to tell me who I am, what I'm going to be, what's going to happen to me. I already know who I am and what I am. So why should I allow you to even affect me with your ideals? You need to be thinking about who the fuck you are. Now, do you know that? When somebody comes up to you and starts telling you who you are, why don't you just say, tell me who you are? You know me so goddamn well. Do you know yourself? Huh? Temet noske, nigga. You don't know what it means? Look it up and learn something today, you dumb fuck. Temet noske. Don't worry about me. Y'all niggas is running around here lost as hell, caught in a world of everybody else's thoughts and feelings about you. You're pulled thin as fuck by that. You go to your mom. What does my mom think about me? I'm going to appear like this. My mom thinks this. You go to your dad. I want my dad to think like this. I'm going to appear like this. Then you go to your wife. I want my wife to think like this. I'm going to act like this. Then you're going to go to your kids. I want my kids to think like this. I'm going to act like this. Then you go to your job. I want my boss to think like this. I'm going to act like this. Then you go somewhere else. It's fucking retarded as fuck. And then you go home and you're drained and you're empty. Instead of, I am this, I change not. And so if somebody thinks that I'm not this, that's their problem. Not my shit. Not my problem. So there's no need of me chasing them saying, hey, why do you think I'm this? Why do you think I'm like this? That's stupid of me to do that. I'm not going to chase them and do that. I'm just going to remain. What did Abba Yah say? I will go back to my place until you acknowledge your sins. I'm not going to chase after you and try to convince you that I'm this and I'm this and I'm this and I'm this and I'm this until you believe me. I'm going to tell you, and then I'm going to be it, and then I'll leave it up to you to decide on whether or not what you see is true or not. And if you deny truth, then your ass is desolate regardless if you believe me or not. Because you deny truth, so you can't accept your own truth. Y'all better rise up today, better get some wisdom and be filled with this truth within yourself and not being swayed with the ideals and thoughts of others. Silouan Misoyala.